All right, we are here with Coach Addy Miller after a loss to Findlay, 57-60. Coach, just give me your overall thoughts on that tough matchup.
Yeah, we played well. The first half is like, wow, this is a defensive battle for sure. We had good looks. They had good looks, just nobody was hitting. And so it was just a battle back and forth really the whole game. I don't know exactly what we got down in the third. I know we had a lapse a little bit again in the third, which has kind of been a trend. But I told them in the locker room, listen, like from Kentucky Wesleyan to Lake Erie, the lapse was the exact same. We didn't learn. We didn't grow. It was the same distance. It was the same way, that type of thing. I feel like tonight we still had it, but it was a lot shorter. Like we got out of it quicker. We moved on quicker. Does that mean it's what we want? No. Like obviously I'm competitive. I don't like losing. All of those things they don't like either. But at the same time, we're going to figure it out. And so fighting and understanding the whys of things and really just determining like what's happening. What are you thinking when this happens? At Lake Erie, we were so tense. Like you could see it on their faces. And I feel like tonight they didn't really get that way. To a certain extent of where they just like froze up. They might have done it for a possession or two, but they didn't do it for 2-3 minutes where the run is 20-0, that type of stuff. So I was proud of that. I could see some growth of that. It's hard when the outcome's obviously, a loss, but at the same time, we've been harping on process. Because right now we got to figure out this is a process. It is a long season. We're not where we want to be and we're not where we set goals at to be at the beginning. But right now you got to learn how to go day by day and step by step and keep moving forward and keep growing and keep understanding different things that you might not know a week ago or 2 weeks ago or whatever that looks like. So I think little by little they're gaining. I think that they want to grow. I think that of course, everyone wants to win, but sometimes it is so outcome based. And I think right now we got to really figure out, okay, what is the process? What do we need to do about the process? How can we increase and get better day by day at little things? And I think we saw a little bit of a step up tonight. So I was proud of them for that. Obviously, the atmosphere was fun. I think that helped a little bit, that they just got energized and wanted to play and wanted to feed the crowd and that type of stuff. So it was a fun game to coach in. Obviously, all tight games are. I mean, yes, blowouts on the winning side are too. But so it was a fun atmosphere to be in for sure.
Coach, you mentioned little things in the process to improve upon. This was a very tightly contested game. It never was a double-digit lead either way. What are some things on the margins, which these games are often decided on, that you're really proud of how your team competed with today? And what is one of those categories on the margins, whether it's rebounding, three-point shooting, that you need to see a little bit more growth in to switch the outcome of a game like this?
I told him at halftime, the two categories that you're kind of talking about that we had to fix in order for this outcome to be a win was free throws and rebounding offensively on their side. And they had 10 free throws at the half. I told them if this gets double, we're going to struggle. Like we cannot put them at the line 20 plus times. Offensive rebounding wise, I thought that if they got to 10, 12 plus, we would struggle at getting enough possessions, but we were giving them too many possessions and both happened. So we put them at the line 24 times. We gave up 13 offensive rebounds. And obviously it was a 3-point game. So two of those things matter. One of those things matter. Of course, you could go possession by possession, be like, yeah, we should have done this. We should have done this. We should have made this layup. We should have turned it over here. We should have boxed out here. But those are the two statistical categories I told them at halftime that we can't allow to happen. Because I really thought that they were going to be important down the stretch. And I'm not always right, but at the end of the game, I was tonight. So it's something that I really talked to them about. Like they really have to understand when we make adjustments, they got to adjust and not always knowing the why. Like, of course, we want to explain it, but we don't always have time. Like basketball is a quick paced game. You got to make adjustments. You got to change. You got to talk. You got to do so many things so fast that they got to be on the same page. And I feel like sometimes we got to get better at that. On the positive side, I didn't think, yes, we had a couple of turnovers that were tough, that were live ball. They scored on. But from last week to this week, in terms of that, I felt like we did a really good job. I'll take 13 turnovers in a game, every game. So positive side for that, for sure.
Coach, could you speak a little bit to the leadership of Reagan Hubert? I know you're also going against a team of basically all upperclassmen today. with your team, but mostly underclassmen. But to
Yeah.
see her leadership, the timeliness of steals, the timeliness of made buckets, what did you see from her today?
Yeah, I am so proud of her. She's came such a long ways from a freshman to now as a junior with me, and she's really taking on the leadership role of, like, when she was a freshman, she just wanted to fit in. She just wanted to care. She just wanted people to like her. Of course, everybody does. But I feel like she's really taken the stronghold of, like, no, like, this is what's right. Like, I know what's right. I know what to say. I know they love me. I know they respect me. She is our leader on and off the floor right now, and I feel like she's doing a phenomenal job of both. She loves Jesus with all her heart, and they all know that. And I think that the way she can coach them and the way she can lead them is because of that. But they know where it's coming from as a place of love. And I think that that's what leadership is all about. People will do what you ask and play hard for you if you're willing to run through a wall for them. And I think if you're willing to get to know each and every one of your teammates and truly know them and truly support them and truly love them, then they want to play well for you and they want to play hard for you and they want to stick together because of you. And I think she's done a really good job of that. She's really came out of her shell. It's been hard. And she would admit that. It's been exhausting. Leadership is exhausting. But she's done a really, really good job. I was talking to her yesterday because she was telling me a story because she's writing on Joshua right now. And I just really think she's really come out of her shell in a way that it's like, no, like, I want to be better at this because one day in my life, I want to lead people and I want to do it in so many different ways. And she knows right now basketball is teaching her how to do that. And I think that that's a really cool thing that she's getting to experience right now as a junior, that I think she would look back on if she didn't do it right now and be like, man, I wish I would have started that sooner. So I'm really proud she's grasped that. She's taken a hold of that. She's doing a phenomenal job. She's doing what we ask on and off the court, offensively, defensively. Yeah, she played great defensively tonight. She's shooting it well. Like, she's doing a really, really good job. But I'm really proud of her growth, even in the last, I would say, week. Just some of the things she's doing and she's saying in practice is really impressive.
Okay, sorry, last question. But considering that you're going into this game, you were coming off of 2 also decently close losses.
Yeah.
What are some improvements you'd like to make in terms of reacting to those higher pressure moments within a game?
Yeah, I think I alluded to it a little bit earlier, but I think we're not good when we're tense. We're not good when we're tight. And so I think that that's one thing that they really got to learn, that yes, when games are tight, of course, it's pressure, right? You feel the pressure, you feel the momentum, you just want to do so good, you just want this or this or this to happen. And I feel like that can just really tense you up and just and nobody plays well tight, right? You don't hit shots, you don't think as clearly. So it's really something that we've been harping on and trying to get them in uncomfortable situations in practice and off the floor to really make them get in those tense and tight moments that they're uncomfortable, where they get used to it, right? They got to get used to being uncomfortable. And I think today it showed a little bit better of that. But I think the quicker they learn that, the better they'll be able to play in the ups and downs and the highs and lows of a basketball game. So really, really proud of them for growing a little bit in that. And I told them, like, let's not take a step back, right? Like, I feel like from Kentucky Wesleyan to Lake Erie, we were pretty even. I don't know how much we grew. I don't know how much we learned. But tonight I do feel like we learned. And so next week, like, we got to continue to learn more instead of just stay equal, stay laterally, or go down.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you.